Hey, Gordon-Conwell. My name's Pete Bowell, and I'm one of the pastors here at Hope Church in Richmond, Virginia. Hope Church started 25 years ago, and I am one of the co-founding pastors with another Gordon-Conwell student, David Dwight. Some call me the co-founding pastor, but I take the role as senior associate, and my time at Gordon-Conwell was very formative to me. We were there on the Hamilton campus from 1994 to 1997. And when people ask what were some of the best years of my life, those were. I know seminary's not always the best years for some people's lives, but I went coming out of student ministry. I felt like I was a pastor even there, although I was training to be a pastor. I just tried to care for people well while I was there, and I learned an awful lot. It was one of the best times in our lives. My wife encouraged me at one point after coming home midway through the day to see my children to say, hey, honey, just treat it as a 9-to-5 day. Go up to the campus, do all your work, come home when you're done. We'll have dinner together and then you can do some study at night. It really was a rich time for me. I will always remember Gordon-Conwell as a time very formative in my life. To be able to use the tools of Greek and Hebrew to interpret the scriptures and to build bridges into the context for today. I loved my time there. I think I've already said that a few times, but I want to reflect honestly what that time was for me. We planted this church 25 years ago together, a Gordon-Conwell student and myself, and it's been quite a journey. If any of you are out there church planters, you know what that's like. We've had some of the best of times and some of the worst of times, but God has been faithful through the entire time. And we have really enjoyed it. One of the questions that I was asked related to this is, what are some of the harder things in ministry if we're willing to share it? Listen, just being a pastor in a local church, especially in our context coming out of COVID for the last couple of years, has been very challenging. The number of people that you get to know, not only the people in your congregation, but the people that they know, the burdens that you feel, they can be so taxing. And most people don't understand the weight of it. In fact, when we started a sabbatical policy at Hope Church, I was the one that kind of initiated some of that initial conversation to start a sabbatical policy. And why? Not because I thought all pastors needed it. Because if I didn't get it, I'd probably quit. It was such a hard season of my life. So after serving about 6.5 years, we started a sabbatical policy. You need that time of refreshment. You need that time to remember the essence of what we do is love Jesus and then love other people. But so often we're about loving the sheep and not loving Jesus first. But you remember the question Jesus asked, don't you? Who do you love, Peter? You love me or do you love the sheep first? I love the Lord Jesus. And to keep that centered, you have to take time away. So thanks for asking me to do this. Gordon-Conwell was an incredible time for us, and I hope that this is helpful to others who may be watching.